So we are going to make some breakfast burritos. So we gotta plug this in and let it get warming up. It just goes into the little adapter there. Okay. So I got this warming up. So we use these little aluminum pans and they just fit down in there and it kind of keeps it from getting dirty on the inside here. And this is just an easy throwaway. So we're gonna use some of the breakfast bowls to help us with the breakfast, because it's hard to make eggs in that. You can, but it's hard to make them. So I'm gonna use a meat lovers and a bacon. No, I just could use both meat lovers in this. So we're getting the meat lovers out, and then I also got some simply potato shredded hash browns, and I'm only gonna use some of these to add some potatoes. And then of course I've got the cheese to go in it too. So let's get started. So I'm gonna use just some canola oil to spray this down, just to kind of help fry up the potatoes and keep everything from sticking. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pour some of the potatoes in it. This just kind of helps make it bulkier. And we like potatoes in our breakfast burritos, but those meals don't come with a lot of potatoes. Come on, get in there. So I'm just gonna cover the bottom here and just kind of let them fry up. And then I'll put the rest in the little Ziploc bags so we can save them for another day. Okay, so I just have a thin layer of the potatoes in here, and I added some diced jalapenos, some pink Himalayan salt, and some black pepper. So we're just going to let this cook for just a little bit, and while this is cooking, I'm letting the meat lovers breakfast bowls thaw a little more, because you don't want to put them in there with any part frozen, and there was still some parts in there frozen, so that will put too much liquid into it. So I'm going to let them thaw. And then we've got our flour tortillas that we're going to be using. I've already put the other potatoes up for another meal. So yeah, let's let this cook and get the potatoes a little browner, because I like mine a little crunchier. So kind of stir this up a little bit. I don't want it to stick, but I also want it to get crispy, so I just want them to get hot before I add the eggs and stuff. It's already smelling so good. We'll check them here in just a bit. Okay, so we're going down the road, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in the eggs and the meat and stuff in here. About another 20 minutes or so, just to let everything get hot, because the eggs and sausage and bacon and all that's cooked already. So now there's Cody with the jet ready. So now I'm just going to let this cook more, and I can already know that there's going to be a lot of fart jokes in the comments. So if there is, that was Cody. So we'll cook this about another 20 minutes, and then I'll show you the end result. So we're still going down the road, but right here what I've done is I've laid out some foil and put a paper towel on it, and I put the tortillas on that, and I'm going to just roll it up, fold at the ends, because I don't want the tortillas to get dry, but I want them to get warm, but I also don't want them to get like real wet with steam. So I'm just making a little pouch there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it on top of the eggs and stuff while they're cooking. That's why I did the full tube, and let them heat up for the last 5 minutes of cooking. So that's just how I do it. I just lay it on top of it. That way it just kind of the heat rises up and it just warms them up just a little bit. So we're almost done. So while I'm waiting on the tortillas to get hot, I am actually going through my bag that I keep all of our extra condiments and stuff in that we get. The reason why I keep these is because a lot of times you go to places and they're either out or they forget to give you your sauce. And when you're in a truck, it's hard to just turn around and go back in and grab stuff. So I keep all different kinds of sauces in here: ketchup, mustard, mayo, just in case we run out, ranch, taco sauces, and even jelly. I always try to grab a few extra just in case, and I always keep Arby's sauce because they always end up forgetting to give it to me. So now I'm just trying to find us some salsa. Alright. So these should be warm enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay that over on the other side. And this is cooked perfectly. It's hot and everything's mixed together good. So I'll just add some cheese on top of them after I put them on the tortilla because I don't want to make it like real thick together. So yeah, it's done, and I'll show you the end result here in a second. So there's our breakfast burritos. It made 5, just the 2 deals that I had. So it made 5 altogether. So as far as the cleanup, all I had to do is unplug the machine, take this out, throw it in the trash, close this up, and put it up to store. Please don't look at it. This thing is very old and it doesn't look the best, but it works great. So just throw this part away and cleanup is done. So that's how you make burritos in the big truck.